Starbucks' new product, the Refresher, is a low-calorie juice drink made with green coffee extract that was launched back in July 2014. It is promoted as an alternative drink for non-coffee drinkers and as a more gentle caffeinated afternoon pick-me-up. It is currently being sold in Starbucks stores across the world and more recently in certain supermarkets across the US. The Refresher is retailed at £2.40, £2.65 and £2.90 in the 3 different sizes across the UK. Starbucks has created the Refresher to piggyback onto the growing success of some of its other chilled products, such as its frozen yogurts or its Frappuccino line. Our next promotion will be a follow-up email. Using the mailing list of contacts we receive from the free sample promotion at Reading Festival, we will then send a follow-up promotional email. The email will thank the consumer on being a part of Reading Festival and for trying out the new Starbucks Refresher. It will also ask the consumer for their feedback on the product and what they feel could be improved about it. The consumer will also be informed about the nearest location for them to be able to purchase further refreshers in the future. Lastly, the email will provide a promotional code that can be used by the consumer to receive 20% off their next Starbucks purchase. Here we have an image of the email promotion, template of what the email will look like and be sent out to people who sign up to the mailing list at Reading Festival. We also estimate that the email promotion should only cost in the region of £10,000 to £15,000. The benefits of this promotion are that an email can reach a large audience, the promotion is fairly cheap, it provides numerous incentives for the consumer to purchase Starbucks products and more specifically the Refresher in the future. Not much work needs to go into preparing the promotion, and research into the effectiveness of email as a marketing tool is still positive. Several brands reported an increase of 5% in open, click and conversion rates from 2011 to 2013.
In an attempt to attract new customers to Starbucks and the Refresher, it is important that Starbucks have a promotional campaign. For my part of the campaign, I have designed a free taster that would be given away at the Reading Festival. We would aim to give away 1,500 samples. The cost of this per cup for Starbucks was estimated at 10 pence. The overall cost of this promotion would therefore be around £30,000. On a whole, this is a reasonable investment for Starbucks as it offers a high chance of repeat purchase. To the left of the screen is a potential mock-up of the cup that would be used for the free tasters. The cup is designed like this as it provides a souvenir for the festival goers. As they are likely to keep the cup, it would be a constant reminder of the Refresher. They would therefore be more likely to purchase it again at a later date. A potential benefit of the Refresher tasters that Starbucks can utilize is that the person who has had the Refresher could also go into the Starbucks stand in order to purchase other goods. The projected return on festival goers entering the stand once trying the Refresher is around £7,500. This provides Starbucks with a strong platform of which they can entice new customers into being interested in the brand. Also, purchasing other goods whilst at the festival allows for a higher return on the investment.
Our first promotional technique is sponsorship, which means the advertising that seeks to establish a deeper association and integration between an advertiser and publisher. Sponsorship is important because it helps a business drive sales as well as create positive publicity and heightens visibility of the business. This technique would cost around £250,000 in order to be the only provider of coffee in the festival. Around 90,000 people would be in attendance in Reading in 2016. This would mean roughly 50,000 people would purchase at least one Starbucks product during their stay. The company would sell the products for £2.50 and upwards, and there would likely be an average of 3 items purchased per person. This would mean Starbucks would make roughly estimated £375,000 As part of our advertising experience for Reading Festival visitors, this banner will be used as a way of attracting customers to try our new Starbucks Refresher drink. Although there is an emphasis on selling the Refresher, Starbucks want to take full advantage of the sheer amount of people that will attend. Therefore, they will be encouraging sales of all of their products too, as well as the Refresher. Starbucks will also have several arrows scattered around the venue in order to guide customers to the area where the drinks will be sold. The arrows will be like this. This promotional technique would be made successful because from the original £250,000 invested, around £300,000 would be made, making a profit of £100,000. Also, this would create brand awareness, generate healthy sales, advertising to visitors and potential customers. It will be seen on TV and radio, and it will introduce the new product Refresher.
The promotional types that will be used in the festival will be banners and posters. This is to give a small reminder that Starbucks is the sponsor for the festival and that they have more to offer than just coffee. There was many quotes given about the cost of the banners, but these seemed quite cheap, pricing around £100 each and £60 for posters. Using banners have many advantages. These advantages will be mentioned further. These banners are to create awareness for Starbucks as a brand, and more specifically to increase awareness in the new Starbucks product, the Refresher. One of the ways to gain awareness in an event like this is to use posters and banners. This provides the audience with a glimpse of what the Refresher has to offer, without providing too many details which wouldn't be necessary. Also, the vibrant colours of the banner that I mentioned earlier will help confirm that the product isn't unhealthy or bad for you, with simplistic sentences on such as "try our new Refresher range at your nearest store" and just "Starbucks more than coffee." It shows a clean cut feel with. This is an overview of all the slides put together with more details. Starbucks has had problems in the media about concerns that their product being too unhealthy. The Refresher is a great way for Starbucks to create a new name for themselves and start up a new market of being healthy. And this new market would give them a lot of opportunity to branch out on their products and what type of customers they have, and maybe gain a new type of customer, a new audience. A way to get this new audience is the Reading Festival. This is where thousands of young people come and visit to have a good time. The problem was, how do you get people to pay attention to a Starbucks Refresher drink when wanted to have a good time? The promotion technique the group decided on, well, one of them, was that there would be banners and posters all around the festival. This would be just a slight reminder of the new drink that Starbucks has to offer. These banners and posters are pretty cheap, allowing the rest of the budget to be spent on sponsorships. It was decided that the Clean and Fresh approach would be the best look for the posters, as this would show a lighter side to Starbucks. The colourfulness of the poster would also intrigue the people at the festival, and just a little reminder of what Starbucks actually has to offer. It's more than just coffee.
A SWOT analysis is an important tool that Starbucks can use in order to effectively outline the position of the Refresher in their product range. From looking at the SWOT analysis, it is clear that the strengths outweigh the weaknesses. Therefore, it is important for Starbucks to continue with their strengths and improve upon their weaknesses and attempt to turn them into strengths. As the threats outweigh the opportunities, it is necessary for Starbucks to focus on the opportunities and try to evade the threats as best as they can.
The SWOT analysis can be used to bring light to whether the business is sick or healthy, undertake whether both internal and external factors affect the success or failure of the business. It helps the formation of a strategy so as to make preparations for possible threats from the competitors of Starbucks. The SWOT analysis also evaluates the business environment in a detailed manner so to take strategic decisions for future course of action.
When planning an event like this is to ensure you're on budget and achieve everything you need to within the awareness of the company. How was the budget broken down? There were 5 different types of promotion ideas that the group decided on. The first one was sponsorships, which cost $500,000. This estimate would cover the 3 days at the event and doesn't come cheap because many businesses try and have their product promoted at this event, as there's thousands of people. The second promotional approach was posters and banners at the event. This was estimated at about £5,000. The reason this was suggested is because it makes it clear that Starbucks is the sponsor of the festival, which gives the company a new awareness in a different market, as you don't associate people at a festival with Starbucks clientele. And therefore, that's why the banners say that Starbucks has more to offer than just coffee. The plan was to keep the posters bright and vibrant and refreshing like the product itself. The next technique was free refresher samples. The plan was, when given the refresher sample, a person has to give their email address, and then they can be sent. This allows an email to be sent about the nearest Starbucks. The refresher samples cost around $15,000, but it does give the ability for Starbucks to get new customers. This includes staff wages also. As just mentioned, the emailing of the nearest Starbucks store they have, and also a discount voucher. This is great, as this means that they will most likely return to a Starbucks near them, realise how great the refresher drink is from the taste, and want to continue buying and maybe even try new things out in the store. The last promotion type is social media. This is necessary for the younger generation clientele. Starbucks wants to gain a better brand and reputation of healthy product. Social media is key, and that's why £10,000 was estimated on this. In total, $540,000 will be spent on promotions and wages to pay staff that gave out the free samples. For the amount this achieves, I believe this is quite cheap. The reputation of Starbucks is key to the success, with rivals such as Costa having a great reputation.
Using the sponsorship, we will get a return on our investment by encouraging the customers that otherwise wouldn't buy from Starbucks to try our products. They would be encouraged to try the products at the festival, as the main amount of drinks sold would be by Starbucks. The new customers would generate more sales, more productivity, and more income for Starbucks as a company.
Due to the refresher being a new product for Starbucks, and as it is an alternative to coffee, it is necessary that Starbucks focus and introduce the product to their new target market. In doing this, it gives the product an identity. From this, they are able to expand their business and gain a higher return on their investment for the new Starbucks refresher.